Hello?
Don't you forget about me.
I started with something else. Why do you
I'm
torture
aware.
me with this? Jesus!
Ugh. Sorry, combating a bit of a dry cough is a...
Sounds like a bad night to try and do this shit.
Oh, I fight power through worse. I can get through this.
So,
I'd appreciate your concern.
Well, here's how things are set up. Hopefully, I got a little sound that'll bleep on the recording. You won't hear it, but the chat probably will. So that way it'll be easier for me to track down this fucking the start of the fanfic.
Alright. So how's everybody doing tonight? I noticed one comment before about I Am Shadow. She's not going to be here. There's already a bit of shit between her and I at the moment, which I'd rather not discuss with the public watching.
I just told him you got guests, but I wasn't specific.
Hello.
Heyo, Wubby.
Holy shit.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you
Bada bing,
are.
bada boom.
And so is that guy.
Oh, Discord's loud. Okay, I gotta turn it down.
I think that was my tap on the headset.
Maybe.
This is very, very awkward.
Awkward how?
It just feels awkward. I haven't dealt with Wubcake in such a while.
It has been a while.
Even
The last time I
friends?
heard from her
Yeah,
was
it's been a long time.
Oh, one at a time.
It's like, are we even still friends? Because, you removed me on Skype without saying
Yeah, I
a
removed
word.
a lot of people back then. Cause, also, I know it sounds awkward also because it's on stream, but with all the stuff that happened back then, I wasn't really sure who was my friend or not, or who liked
It's
me,
understandable.
because a lot of third-party people were like, "Oh my God, he said, she said, everyone, and you and them and it and girls and so."
It's a relatively awkward thing to
Not
deal
sure
with.
not sure if like Kitty brought you up to speed or anything.
It's probably
When we
for the
talked.
best. I'd rather not know, because if I know too much, it's gonna make my life difficult.
I was just
sorry, go ahead.
I was just trying to say the last time we had a discussion like this was the fourth Equestria Girls movie.
Legend of Everfree, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Everfree. I'm like, which one? I got confused.
There hasn't been a movie
But
since.
her and I talked a couple nights ago. Actually, like a week ago, I think.
I think the straight and narrow of it is, if Wubcake still sees me as a friend, I'm certain you don't have to worry, Gonzo. I'm sure she still sees you as a friend. Am I right? I hope I'm not...
I don't have anything against Gonzo.
Yeah, see,
I hope
there you
not,
go.
because it's like, I don't even... Shit happens, and I'd be blamed. I'm like, wait, well, what?
Who's blamed?
It's a history thing that I have. It's a very long story.
It's okay, my
Well, I
friend.
mean, if you want, we could talk about it later. I'm
Probably
always
when
willing
we're
to
a
talk
little
about
bit
things.
more comfortable, because I'm already a little bit on edge.
Yes, tonight
I'm
I decided to bring... What?
Well, hold on, because I'm already on edge, hoping that a computer that I bought comes in unharmed, not bashed up due to UPS, and
Oh yeah, UPS, goodness.
Bastards.
and then encountering a bad moment from Forgotten Friendship while I was trying to search for images to fit for this thing.
Yes.
Actually, you're getting it from UPS? How long have you been waiting?
It was shipped out on President's Day, I believe.
Just before we go, Psycho, you might want to tone your mic down a little bit because I think it's a bit louder than Gonzo and Wub's here.
I can
Where is the... let's see, mute, user settings. Can I set... Oh, here we go. I can adjust the, was it input volume or output volume?
Input.
Input.
90%, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40,
There we go.
30.
There you go.
But 40, 50.
There you go. Right there.
40 is good.
Stop. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Okay.
So yeah, I've decided to got the whole gang together once again. Fun times. Yay.
Not for me.
Oh, I'm sure we'll pick you up somehow. Anyways, as Gonzo mentioned earlier, we're starting the stream off with a discussion of the most recent Equestria Girls special, Forgotten Friendship. It's been quite a while since... How long has it been between this and Legend of Everfree? I've already forgotten.
2016.
Jesus. It wouldn't have been that long.
Yeah, I was on my phone because my computer died on me.
I would never have guessed.
I had spent like $1,600 and I got the new one now that I'm on.
Yes. But yes, we're all gathered here. We're going to try and discuss it in a bit of further detail, because why not? We did that with Legend of Everfree. Figured it'd be nice to do it again.
And I think people were wondering what about the 3 other half-hour specials, but considering they were all shortened and all that, I was like, maybe not. I don't know. We're talking about Mirror Magic, Movie Magic, etc.
Yeah.
Oh yes, those 3 shorts. We neglected to go into those. I can give you the TLDR on that one. Those shorts to me, pardon me, were good as. I'm fine, thank you, Wubs. They're fine as a whole. They were okay. But considering that Juniper Montage is the weakest villain we've had in the Equestria Girls so far, that's not saying a lot. Of course, I lost a wager about her to Psycho here, so I have no one to blame but myself on that.
Wait, a wager?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to tell the story, or should I?
Oh, goodness.
It's fine. It's fine.
Basically, it was just the wager was if Juniper would turn into a demon. Well, it was more or less about Starlight's involvement in mirror magic. That's the most we'll say. Anyways, let's get on track with Forgotten Friendship. So, the first major Equestria Girls special we've had of the new year, and I liked it, or I loved it. I thought it was very nice continuation of what we've had so far, and lots to discuss. So, where to start on this?
Make it short.
Probably a generalization of what's in the short. Or they call it short, but it's
a short. It was a friggin' hour plus.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not an hour. It's roughly around an hour.
I mean, we're only
download
seeing
says it
the
was 40-odd minutes.
Yeah, there's a missing 6 minutes that are going to be coming out later this year.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard about that.
great.
They-
So it's a DVD
What did they
release.
remove?
I have no idea.
I heard, like, since, you know, like, how it was a book at first and everything, I heard that there was a scene in the book that got removed, actually, because of,
The
like,
book?
censorship or something. Yeah, because it was
Oh.
originally a book, and I heard it was a scene where, like, Sensor Shimmer goes to walk out of the school, like, you know, near the end, and you know how, like, you see Flash in the car? Like,
Yeah.
apparently he's supposed to almost hit her with his car or
What?
something. Yeah, like, apparently he's supposed to almost hit her because she's rushing out so fast, and then she goes, sorry, and then she continues on, but apparently that, I guess that got removed because of, like, censorship or something? That's what I heard.
Never heard of this.
Normally, when you deal with something being cut,
We did see the card during the climax in the short. I didn't
Yeah.
pay no mind to it.
Apparently that was, like, a little tip to it or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, so... Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that this was based on a book, which I've never read, so I didn't know anything about this special going into it, other than the basic plot of, you know, the Human Six getting their memories fucked with, and not remembering Sunset.
Yeah, same.
why?
Okay, there have been so many trailers coming out of this. Over like 5, 6.
Quite a lot that showed pretty much the same scene over and over again.
Yeah, it's like they didn't want to show too much. Or saying that as they're all in bathing suits.
Great, a
So
bathing
they had
suit
something
episode
to
with
show,
emotional
maybe.
turmoil. I thought I haven't. I thought there wouldn't be another fucking one since I remember the '96 OVAs. Oh my goddess, that had a beach episode with fucking emotional, fucking tugging. God damn it. We wanted a beached episode without any strings attached. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted one with emotional trauma and fucking with Sunset Shimmer and Humane 6.
Well, hey, you got Rarity going over the whites of her towels, if that was any comedic effect.
I didn't see that. Not in all the spoilers that everybody keeps fucking throwing my way. Fucking all I got out of it was bathing suits, people forgetting, Sunset Shimmer getting fucked with more than Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Apparently she was tagged mind rape.
I still haven't seen Evangelion. I heard it's good.
Neither have I.
I'll find a link to it later.
I've seen that congratulations scene though.
Oh wait a minute! I think my friend reviewed that in a comedic
That's all
effect
I've
like
seen.
years ago.
Congratulations!
My friend's review of that was like so many years ago.
All I've been getting out of it is basically that and swimsuits. Everybody went after swimsuits.
Yeah.
Define everybody.
All of the major artists that I follow that still do safer work and not safer work.
There you go.
Anyways,
We didn't
so
come here to discuss
that's basically the general plot of the special, is that somebody, according to Sunset Shimmer, has fucked with the Human Six's memories, so they only remember her as the alpha bitch she was in the first Equestria Girls, and of course she has to figure out who or what is doing it. And it actually involves her going back to Equestria, which...
momentarily.
That I got too.
I was surprised, honestly speaking, and I thought it'd just be a short little thing like in Mirror Magic, where she just goes through the mirror, reconciles with Twilight, and then just goes back to Equestria like she did with Starlight Glimmer before. But no, the fact that we spent so much time with Pony Sunset kind of made me smile quite a bit, especially since Brony's got the one we've all been waiting for, and she reconciled with Celestia.
Celestia, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Now, how on a scale of 1 to perfect, how well do you think that scene that everybody has had in their minds until this point, fit in with them? Like, how balanced was it?
The Celestia one?
Yeah.
The reunion moment.
I know a lot of people were really I mean, they seem pretty happy with it from what I've seen, but I guess a lot of people did want it to be some really, really, really emotional scene or something. But I mean, I can get even if they were going to do that time and whatnot, and they don't want to drag it on for too long, and
Of course.
I mean, there is this missing 6 minutes. Who knows what could be in there?
Yeah.
Probably character development, because that's how it normally is. I mean, it fucking happened with Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Any character development or any sort of background to the character? Fuck it, toss it out.
Fuck it!
I think you mean toss it out with a machete in their back, but
Mostly, yeah.
Well,
need to get that game. I'd say between 1 and perfect of how I've interpreted this scene, I'd give it actually surprisingly a 9 out of perfect. Compared to what I was thinking it'd be. Because, God damn it, Twilight, why were you making so many faces?
Because she loves books. We try to get her out of a fucking library and into a library, but try to make her friends so that she doesn't obsess over books. But that fucking failed. She is always friends with books.
She is book horse.
I was talking about
book horse loves books. Seriously.
I was talking about before the library.
Fuck if I know.
I was going, what, Twilight? What is wrong with your face this time? Come on, we're trying to have a serious moment here.
Speaking of characters, why don't we discuss the new one that was introduced in this one? And I'm not talking about Trixie.
Well, I'm sure people
Trixie was not new. Stop
You
obsessing
get my
over.
point.
Stop obsessing over that magic course. God damn it.
We're talking
Shut
about
up.
the newcomer Wallflower Blush, aka who's the villain? Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
I fucking. Okay, this is a thought.
Don't you hate it when movies or cartoons just do the 100 arrows pointing at the new character that's the villain?
Well, it's intended for kids who are not as developed as us, so they gotta be obvious.
Yeah, isn't it
I
annoying?
think,
Hey,
I think it's also
Juniper.
that I think it's also that thing where they want to make it that I guess. Well, Sunset and her friends don't know, so but it is nice to have a bit more mystery.
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
I don't
like
know.
I said, I never read the book that this special was based on, so I didn't know anything about Wallflower, as it were. So
The only hint there was a page from said book. However, it was all black. It was white and blue textured. So I was thinking, is that her actual design? I didn't know. Like, I actually thought it was going to... It was ironic. I was actually looking up an old cartoon of let's see, Static Shock, where they had a cartoon with that same color palette. I was like, okay, if this is one of those characters that starts off those colors and then brightens up at the end, I was like, okay, no. Luckily, I was wrong. It was just
I don't know
it was just
why.
the book colors.
I don't know why, but Poison Ivy came to mind.
but yes, Wallflower is basically our antagonist for this special, and this is me speaking. I do believe she actually posed, for once, an actual legit threat to Sunset Shimmer and her friends, with her motivations and everything.
Everything, huh?
I mean,
because we've
I
also
mean, it's
had,
like, what?
we've had the Sirens, we had Principal Cinch, we had, I don't know if Juniper.
Well, I mean, that actually brings up a valuable point. Since you said that, let's go back and run down the other villains we've had before in the Equestria Girls saga and compare and contrast their motives compared to Wallflower, shall we?
I don't know.
Creamy Rocks.
I kind of wanted to like keep it to a minimum without going off on tangents.
Well, I suppose we can do that. So,
Maybe we'll go to a TLDR.
Well, to keep it simple, all the other villains before this point were basically just, they wanted either power, or they wanted to get back to Equestria to wreak havoc, or they wanted the magic for themselves. That's the gist of it. Wallflower, on the other hand, no, she didn't want any of that. She just wanted to ruin Sunset's life literally for the hell of it. Just so she would have nothing. Literally nothing.
Well,
And, well,
I don't
maybe
know if
I
I'd
could
say
be
it
off.
was. I don't know if I would say it's just for the hell of it.
From what
I
everybody's
actually
talking
really-
about, it feels that way. Just for
I
fucking
would-
shits
I-
and giggles, or just because she didn't know that Sunset is supposed to try to make everybody like her, not for being a bitch, but for being redeemed for her past sins and all this shit.
Something I noticed about Wallflower is she comes off like once you like watch it a couple times, like she's a huge hypocrite because she's like, well, I erased things that like awkward moments and everything like that, and awkward hellos and all those moments, and then nobody remembers me. But then she's like, please, I wish people would remember me. It's like, then why'd you erase it?
Because dum-dum!
Oh goodness. Youth.
oh man.
She had
Naivety.
her quote unquote, like, it was explained in the short. I was watching the short right before this discussion.
Mhm.
Apparently, according to Trixie, apparently not being mean to somebody or just not talking to them is technically being
It's enough,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah. And for the record, yes, it was believed by Sunset at first that she thought Trixie was the one who erased their memories initially, until they came to the conclusion that it was Wallflower.
Oh, I just had a thought.
I had another thought as well.
I
and it's
kind of,
bad.
I kind of thought it would have been really interesting if they did the whole I don't like you because maybe like maybe Sunset, like after she was reformed, she never apologized to Wallflower or something. Like if she bullied her, I mean, I'm assuming she was there but it's I don't know, maybe something along those lines.
I reviewed the short. Apparently, she and Sunset never had an interaction. Apparently, that's what triggered her, which was apparently they had after she was reformed. She was like, "No, this is not who she is."
Yeah, I was thinking that they never had an interaction, but then Wallflower says like, "Oh, we met in like what was it, 9th grade English or something?"
It was Trixie with
doesn't-
3rd grade, I believe.
Yeah, but then she said she did say she met Sunset Shimmer, and then Sunset Shimmer's like, "Oh, and I was saying it was nice to meet you then." But like, did she erase her memories back then or something? And that's why she didn't remember her, because that's kind of like how it looked like. I'm not sure.
Oh, you mean like an overuse of the stone might have done
Maybe
worse
she
damage
thought
to
she
her?
was being awkward or something and erased the memory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I was like, maybe an overuse of the stone has been actually like worsening her situation.
Either
But then
that
I
or it was because
realized,
Sunset Shimmer was a bully. I mean, I don't know.
And they realize that, like,
We're
no, I
going
can't.
really
do it.
deep into this. My goodness.
Hey, I can go deeper. Like during the climax, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Let's
But
get
yeah,
into that.
the whole gist of how Wallflower did it was surprise, surprise! It was another bit of equestrian magic. What a shock!
We were going on about like seeing if what was Wallflower going to do? Was she going to use her own magic? Was she like an essential equestrian?
Yeah, Psycho here initially thought that Wallflower was actually a being from Equestria, much like the Dazzlings were, but no. Turns out she was still part of the human world in the first place.
Who discovered a rock in a special mystical rock in a rock formation garden thing.
The
Yeah, her
Memory
garden
Stone.
Planted by Clover the Clever, or as I like to call him, Clover the Rip-Off Artist.
So does that
Who?
mean that he traveled into the human world?
Wait,
Oh.
who the fuck is Clover?
Clover the
Clover
Clever is
he's
the one
one
who,
of the- sorry, go ahead.
hunted down a witch in Equestria to the human world. When the rock was buried in a special garden formation, according
if
to a
you've seen-
scroll that was found in the pony world, in the hidden library where Twilight was going mad about books again.
Bubs, you were saying?
He's from the Hearthswarming Eve episode. Remember when they did the whole reenactment thing with the main six?
God,
That's who
I
Twilight
can't
was.
even remember that
portraying.
well.
Yeah, that was back in season 2, I think. My goodness, that was a long time ago.
Oh man, good memory on you, Wubs.
I kind of figured, although his appearance on the scroll was a little different. And you know what else the scroll showed? Lots of designs and strange coincidences. Remember when I said Clover the Rip-Off Artist? I really meant it. You can't see the picture I'm uploading. That's right now, but we can. Did this look familiar?
I don't know. I
So-
don't remember seeing that in the actual thing though.
The rock
Zelda
design,
references.
the scroll, and the rock itself being used all had designs from The Legend of Zelda. Am I the only one who saw this?
I think you were.
I'm sorry, I haven't played Zelda in years. I don't know.
It's any Zelda game. It's the Sheikah Stone. That's what
just don't
that's what
remember, I'm sorry.
Wallflower was carrying around.
Don't feel bad, Wubs.
No, I mean, I just, I'm just saying, I just don't remember. Dang it. It sucks, like, because I want to get it, but, you know.
It's alright.
I'm going to have to try, I'm going to have to play those games again.
It's any Zelda, really. But that Sheikah, it's like
Yeah.
called the Memory Stone the Sheikah Stone after all the things I was seeing.
But yeah, that's what Wallflower did. She used the Memory Stone to basically erase the memories, well, the good memories of Sunset from not only the human six, but also everyone in Camelot High, excluding Trixie. So there was that. And then the climax was, Climax. Let's talk about that fucking climax. That was,
Oh, yeah.
Intense, quote unquote.
That was interesting. Yeah, but that was like, oh my gosh, I really loved Rebecca's acting in that. That was really good.
Also because it was incredibly hard to watch, even the first time around.
Oh, yeah.
The mind fuck.
Basically, what happened is that Wallflower threatened to erase all the memories from the human six, and Sunset literally took a bullet for the team and sacrificed her own memories, losing everything, regressing herself back to where she believed she was still a pony in Equestria.
That was
And
so cool.
it was.
It was like sad,
going-
but it was cool.
Going back in slow motion of that jump she was making, you could actually see a tear in one of her eyes as she jumped out.
Oh, wow, really?
You have to go back to the frame before the shot. Frame before the shot.
it
Frame
out.
before the rock was
Yeah, I
used.
know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Thank God the human six actually came back around.
Because, you mean how the villain blurted her plans out loud like an idiot?
Well,
No, Bond,
that
I
was
expected you
that.
to die.
Who was busy living up to her last part of her name, blushing every time she messed up.
So cute.
And,
Wait, is my
and of course, like any typical... We hear you, Gonzo.
Uh,
Oh, shut up, dogs.
anyways, I was trying to be funny, but I guess I got talked over.
No, go
It's
ahead.
fine.
I was trying to go like you were saying about how Wallflower was blurring our plans, and I was trying to go with a reference going, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die."
And of course, like any typical, well, the rest of the climax is basically how you would expect. The human six all pony up, they destroy the memory stone, restore everybody's memories, and wallflowers are pendant, and they all hug and make up.
The power of merchandise!
I thought you were gonna say they all make out for a second. I was like, I don't remember that happening.
It's an eight-girl orgy!
Please.
It's really funny because the part where her and Twilight like hug when she gets her memories back, if you like go through that slow motion, it almost looks like they're about to kiss. Their faces are like so close together. I'm like,
well, it goes with something I was talking about some time ago last week. Like, somebody posted like a picture of the human Twilight, Sunset, Starlight, and Trixie, and I was convinced that Twilight, that's not a ring of friendship. It's a harem.
oh yeah. Well, Sunset Shimmer's been shipped with like everybody, but it's funny because like all the fanfics and everything I've read of that, they all work.
How do you know this?
Sunset Shimmer can go any way you want, especially homesick, because everybody, I might as well bring this up. Everybody tries to make her like so homesick. She rather, how should I put this?
Go to Equestria.
No, do bestiality.
Oh, that's sort of homesick.
Out of my head! Out of my head!
Well,
finally,
oh my god, screw my innocence then. I thought you meant like the whole, I want to go back to Equestria, but I forgot
You've been in the not safe for work plane for too long, Gonzo.
It's I get that down your head. I've seen pictures of that shit on Derby Borough that I wish I hadn't seen.
Yeah, wait, you're talking to somebody who got paid like $60 to voice something like that. I'm not even kidding.
Like,
that was
I know
painful.
friends who have ended up doing that kind of stuff.
Somebody kind of commissioned me, and they paid me $60, and I think this was around the time of BronyCon. I was saving up money to voice Sunset Shimmer doing it with a horse.
Oh my!
Well,
and I was like, well.
Remember when Gonzo was talking about not getting carried away with something?
Well, yeah, I know, but hell, I just thought I brought it up. But also, come to think of it, then again, the original idea for the stream, I was donated $100 to read a Grimdark fanfic, but I can't find any at the moment, so we're gonna try to continue with all that shimmers after we're done with this discussion.
Well, actually, because I figured we needed a laugh with having everybody together here, so I did find something else.
Oh, I was hoping for all the shimmers. Well, actually, let's take it.
Are we done? Are we done discussing this? I thought there was more.
Well,
even if it was
you pretty much wrapped up the end of it because you.
Well, it may be the end, but
hang on, one at a time. Wubs first.
Oh, I was just gonna say one thing. I just wanted to mention really quickly was I really liked how like I know when Sunset Shimmer first came out, a lot of people were shipping her with Trixie, and there's a lot of fan art with her with Trixie and getting back at Twilight Trixie, and now we finally actually got them to interact.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, I know so many people who are gonna love this.
I just feel like a jerk, as I've just realized we never discussed that, did we?
Oh, don't
well,
feel
let's just say we got we got Sunset with a whole magical trio now: Twilight, Starlight, and Trixie now.
Great. Not only does Twilight have a harem in the Pokemon, I'm not Pokemon. I don't know why I said that. In the Pony universe, but now fucking Sunset Shimmer has her own harem in the human world.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fanfiction where she is in the Pokemon universe and she has a harem. There's a fanfic for everything.
For God's sake.
I know. I read
so
a
many
fanfic
Pikachus.
Speaking of all three of those interactions, if I had to rate right now, I'd say Human, Twilight, and Sunset had the most bondage.
Shipping.
Wait. No.
You're talking about Princess Twilight or Sci-Twi?
Please don't talk about
don't
talk Sunset and bondage.
I was trying to say, like, in ranking the three unicorns, Human and Equestrian, like the Sci-Twi and Sunset had the most pairing off, as they had 2 movies to do it. Second place would be from Forgotten Friendship with Trixie, who actually saw a lot with Sunset, even though her memories were also wiped along. And unfortunately, Starlight is third because, you know, half an hour and wanted to sell more merchandise.
Yeah.
I was enjoying the parts with Sunset and Trixie. Their egos were fighting off of one another.
Yeah.
Coast.
I was really entertained. Like, I love Trixie. She's just really entertaining.
Indeed.
I want to hang out with her.
Same here, and not just because she's best pony.
Show me your magic.
Don't be using like the word bondage and sunset. I'm another my heart.
Okay,
memory
my
coming
bad.
back.
I think he said that by accident.
Have you guys,
something.
like,
Wait,
fucking-
what was it?
Like fucking, have you guys ended up listening to that 1 3-hour fanfic I did?
No.
I'm not
What's
safe for
that
work
one?
and count me out.
It's not safe for work. It's where Sunset's a dominating fucking person. Who's apparently rich.
You're totally not talking to somebody who's into dominatrixes. No. I don't know what you're talking about. Wubcake is a bad liar.
Just fucking.
Can we even count this as a freaking forgotten friendship discussion, or just end up going into not safe for work
I
territory?
think
You want me to?
Basically,
I can-
I think basically we could just say that Forgotten Friendship, as a special, was a very entertaining watch. I'd totally watch it again.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I thought it was really fun. Like again, I did really like the scenes with her and Trixie. I thought those were really entertaining. They did a good job. I still wish Kathleen Barr would go to like cons, but apparently she's not really into that. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe sometimes it's just like they just want to kind of do their own like voice acting stuff, and they don't want a bunch of fans like crowding them, or they don't like big crowds. But I understand,
The pressure.
you know. Yeah, I
True.
mean, or it's just her own choice. I mean, you know, that's fine.
As I was saying, I actually remember something. I was thinking of a couple of what if happenings that could have happened from this this short. As you know, there was a 3-day limit to the spell that was being cast. And I'm going, what if that spell ran out? What would Sunset end up having to do? I was like going, maybe she'd have no choice but to return to Equestria, disappearing completely, leaving everybody
Start
in the
over.
human world confused, and her forever saddened that she failed to stop what was happening.
There's probably a fanfic on that somewhere. I wonder if
I mean,
I
it's
don't know
probably in
why, but my
development.
mind went dark. Sunset killing herself. I don't know why.
Oh.
Face
A
it.
dokie then.
Not safe for work and Grimdark. Come on, you've been online for far too long.
This is why I said we needed to have a laugh tonight with a fanfic. You know,
Okay, fine. What's your fanfic? Because I'm
I
gonna have to
figured
change
since
this
Wub-
up.
I figured since Wubby's here, I figured maybe we could go back to another fanfiction we started but never really got back into.
Which one?
That being Mithromoth's Cards Against Equestria Girls.
Well, that has been requested a lot.
That sounds more like a
I
game
remember
than an
that.
actual story.
I think I remember
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah,
The
it
one where
was a
Sunset
long-ass
Shimmer
thing
convinces her
ago.
friend. The one where Sunset Shimmer convinces her friends to play Cards Against Humanity, and shit happens.
Oh shit! That means I'm
Fine.
gonna have to change change things up a bit. Try to continue the ongoing saga of Cards Against Equestria.
Oh, boy.
And
It's like you think the game is interesting? Just wait till we get to the custom cards.
Yeah, shit, I'm
So-
gonna have to find that.
So we basically, when it was just me and Gonzo and Wubbs reading it, we added we got to the first 2 chapters, and the score is so far is that Fluttershy was leading, surprisingly, with Rainbow Dash right behind her, and Sunset Shimmer in third, and dead last was Rarity.
Oh,
Isn't that a shocker?
Yeah. There we go. Mythomoth, Cards Against Equestria Girls. Found it. All right. it's time
Yes.
to just
Okay,
kick-
why is the chat going? Go sit not safe for work mode.
Where?
Over the chat, somebody in the chat said yes, going to NSFW mode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I better play that thing.
oh, it's Devin.
What thing?